Welcome back. Now, The Last Ranger is a powerful South African short film and has garnered widespread international recognition, earning numerous awards. And since its release, The Last Ranger has received multiple accolades, including Best Narrative Short Film at the Pan-African Film Festival, San Diego International Film Festival, and the Cordillera Film Festival, qualifying it for an Oscar contention for Best Live Action Short Film at the 2025 Academy Awards. And so this morning we're joined by Makhaola, Ndebele, as well as Liyabona, Mroqoza, to chat a little bit more about this offering. Good morning to the both of you, and thank you for joining us at this hour.
Thank you for having us.
Guys, congrats. This is a major feat, and you're flying the flag for South Africa through the short film. Why the decision to get involved in it, particularly when looking at rhino poaching and conservation, the importance of telling that story? Who wants to go first?
Okay,
All right.
go first. I really feel like the project made a big impact with the rhino poaching because it informs us and tells us more about what we can do and how the rhino poaching comes to like happening and stuff. So I really feel like this huge film made a big difference in my life regarding rhino poaching because it has allowed me to get awareness of all the rhino poaching, and with it being so popular, it just makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and I mean it's now been received internationally as well. There's an Oscar contention, but I wonder, condensing such an important story into a short form format, how tricky is that, and how important is it to capture those emotions and that creative storytelling process, but obviously condense it to a short form format?
Yeah, I think what it did was it just concentrated on the emotion of it more.
Okay.
And I think the frills, without any frills, it just got to the point. So it happens over the space of a day. A father leaves home and he has a weight on his shoulders, for instance, to go and do this thing. To get these rhinos. The daughter goes out, she's on a different mission. So it all comes together over that day, and we get to see how the issue affects different people in different ways. So I think putting it in 26 minutes is the most powerful way you can really get it, because it goes through the whole range of emotions in that short amount of time.
Yeah. Did it leave you with a sense of hope or despair, given the reality on the ground? Liyabona, let me start with you.
I will say it gave 50-50. There's despair knowing that it's still happening and it will still continue unless we stop it. And the hope part is where we know we're making a difference, letting it known that rhinos are being poached. And it is such a wonderful story, telling it in such a short film, like you said. Very powerful and very powerful, man.
Yes. And speaking about that power, I'm looking at the categories that you were nominated under and the different festivals that this is now showcased and obviously received awards. What do you think set it apart from some of the other films in the category?
I think if you watch, the animals play quite an important role in the sense that you feel for them. So usually it's conflicts between people, a lot of shows, but here people are the antagonists, if I could put it that way. And although there are some people who are looking out for them, you know, the conservationists and the rangers, the rhinos themselves play a character in the movie. So it's very multifaceted. The scenery is a character, the rhinos are a character, and then there's these people figuring it all out. So when it comes together, you know, it's very impactful.
Because there's a play on the word "The Last Ranger." So I mean, if people haven't seen it, what is that? Without giving away too much.
I think it's the people who are trying to, against so much, to try and to make a difference and save the rhinos.
Yeah.
And they really put their lives in danger to protect these animals. And so it's really how far can it go? Will there be more in the future? And I think her character is the most powerful one because we kind of have a glimpse of what might happen.
Yes.
And that's what the hope is, that the next generation will carry the baton
Because
forward.
there's white rhinos and black rhinos as well,
Grey
and I know
rhinos,
there's
yes.
and so there's different lessons through that as well. But
Yes.
I wonder if we're going to look at the existential conversations that need to come through this movie, because art is, or movies and
Yeah.
art is a form of reflecting and healing, perhaps even conscientizing us and showing ourselves back to ourselves. What's that conversation you have, hoping people are going to have?
The conversation, because I would say the film is also based around parts like rural areas, reserves, and places where there is a struggle. Because also with the show, it reflects on everything, such as the wildlife, the people in the community, and everything. So I really hope people speak about, yes, rhino poaching, which is our main topic, and how people live in places like the reserves, and are able to do things and are not able to do things, like they are can and cannots.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, the land question then also comes to the fore as well. I think it's also important to look at who tells the story and through what lens, and it adds agency for us as a people and the continent as well, as opposed to the stories being told about us.
Yeah.
How important was that process for you as cast members? And then even if you're looking at the crew that was involved, how much of that was local? You know, how did you collaborate with the different people along the value chain?
I think it was a labor of love, if I can put that, for everyone.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, you know, it was a big budget thing, but it meant a lot. And we went in there, we had very limited time to put it together.
Sure.
But everyone on the crew came together and were just wanting to work together. And I think when you talk about conversations to have, is that we all need each other. You know, we need the animals, they need us. It's how do we work together, even when you're talking about land. It's insane that so few people have everything and so many people don't. So it's about how do we live together and share the resources so that everybody kind of is happy.
Yeah.
And can sustain themselves.
Yeah, you had such a short time to put it all together and work with everyone.
Very short time.
And I saw your reaction when you mentioned that. So, is there a part 2? And if people want to also support you ahead of 2025 for the awards, I mean, what do you want people? What's that call to action?
I think the call to action is that we keep. Is there a voting system for the vote? Yeah, we must vote. You must vote. Let us win. Yes. Okay. On a serious note, though, I think.
Generation thing. Please go. Please keep going.
Okay.
With social media.
Yes, social media,
how do you
and
want to
let
keep
it
that?
being known that our film is there,
Yes.
and it is a big thing, a big local thing.
Yes.
That can go national, worldwide. Yes, you feel me?
What about you? What's that call to action as we conclude? Is there a sequel in the works? Can we continue with our journey?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a sequel kind of thing. But yeah, if people can just spread the word, share the love, and let's be more conscious and aware of one another.
Do you guys get to travel anywhere for these festivals,
Not
or do you
yet.
just get the okay? Well, we're wishing all the best. So thank you for
Yeah.
joining us and for being part of the storytelling process.
Thank you for having me.
We'll leave that. Thank you for making us laugh as well. Makhaola, Ndebele, as well as Liyabona, Mroqoza this morning. Cast members of The Last Ranger chatting to us about their well-deserved success, of course, of their short film, and that Oscar nomination, that Oscar contention that's happening come 2025.